Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about something so small that most people ignore it, yet so powerful that it can completely transform a life. One decision. Just one choice, made in a single moment, can change everything you know about yourself, your future, and what you are capable of becoming. Every life you admire was shaped by decisions, not luck, not talent alone. Not perfect timing, decisions. Some were made in fear, some were made in courage, some were made when everything felt uncertain. But each one created a new direction. Right now, your life looks the way it does because of choices you made before today. That is not meant to blame you, it is meant to empower you. Because if decisions created your present, then decisions can create a different future. You are not stuck because of who you are. You are stuck because of what you keep choosing. And the moment you choose differently, everything begins to shift. Most people wait. They wait for confidence. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect time, but the perfect time never arrives. Confidence is not something you find. It is something you build after you decide to act. One decision to stop waiting can save you years of regret. There are moments in life when you feel something pulling at you. A quiet voice that says you were meant for more. A feeling that the life you're living no longer fits who you are becoming. That feeling is not random, it is a signal, and how you respond to that signal matters. You can ignore it and stay comfortable, or you can decide to listen and step into discomfort. Growth always begins where comfort ends. One decision can separate the life you are living from the life you want. Fear will try to stop you. Fear will remind you of past failures. Fear will tell you that you are not ready, not smart enough, not strong enough. But fear is not a warning sign. Fear is a sign that what you want matters. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move forward even when fear is loud. Every breakthrough starts with a moment where someone says, "Enough is enough, enough excuses, enough waiting, enough settling." That moment could be now. You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need approval from anyone else. You need one clear decision. Decide to try again. Decide to show up. Decide to take responsibility for your life. Responsibility is not a burden, it is power. The moment you accept that your choices shape your life, you regain control. Many people stay unhappy not because they can't change, but because they are afraid of what change will demand from them. Change demands honesty. Change demands effort. Change demands letting go of old versions of yourself. But staying the same demands even more. It demands living with regret. One decision can break a cycle that has lasted years. One decision can end a habit that is slowly destroying your confidence. One decision can open a door you thought was closed forever. Small decisions repeated daily create massive results over time. You don't wake up successful. You wake up consistent. The decision to wake up earlier. The decision to stop procrastinating. The decision to speak to yourself with respect. These decisions don't look powerful in the moment, but they shape who you become. There will be days when motivation disappears, days when nothing feels exciting, days when you question if it's worth it. Those are the days your decision matters the most. Anyone can stay committed when results are visible, but real change is built in silence when no one is watching and nothing feels rewarding yet. That is where character is formed. One decision can change how you see yourself. The moment you follow through on a promise you made to yourself, your self-respect grows, and when self-respect grows, so does confidence. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is quiet. It comes from knowing you can trust yourself. Trust is built through action. You may feel behind in life. You may feel like time has been wasted. You may feel like others are far ahead of you. But comparison steals focus, and focus is what creates progress. Your timeline is your own. What matters is not when you start, but that you decide to start. The past does not define you unless you keep deciding to live in it. One decision can turn pain into purpose. The struggles you went through were not meaningless. They were preparation. But preparation only becomes power when you decide to use it. You are stronger than you think. Not because life was easy, but because you survived what was hard. Every challenge you faced required decisions you didn't even realize you were making. And you are still here. That alone proves something. Life does not change because you hope it will. Life changes because you decide to take action, decide to stop making excuses for the life you don't want, decide to stop waiting for someone else to save you. Decide to become the person your future depends on. There will always be reasons not to try. There will always be distractions. There will always be people who doubt you. But none of that matters if you make a firm decision and commit to it. Commitment turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. One decision can change your habits. Habits shape your days. Days shape your years. Years shape your life. You are building your future every day, whether you are aware of it or not. The question is, are your decisions building the life you want or the life you tolerate? Tolerance is dangerous. It slowly convinces you that less is enough. But you were not made for less. You were made to grow, to learn, to push beyond what feels easy. Growth will ask you to let go of who you were. That can feel scary, but staying the same should scare you more. One decision can give you clarity. Clarity comes after action, not before it. When you move, the path becomes visible. Overthinking keeps people stuck. Action creates answers. You don't need to feel ready. You need to be willing, willing to fail, willing to learn, willing to try again. Failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. Every successful person you admire has made decisions on days they didn't feel confident. They moved anyway. That is the difference. One decision can restore your belief in yourself. The belief that you can handle challenges, the belief that you can adapt, the belief that you can grow. Belief is not blind optimism. It is earned through experience, and experience comes from deciding to step forward. You will not always feel inspired. You will not always feel strong, but you can always choose discipline. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. One decision to stay disciplined can save you from years of regret. Life rewards those who decide and act, not those who wait and wish. There will be moments when your old self tries to pull you back. Old habits, old fears, old doubts, that is normal. But you are not obligated to stay the same person you were yesterday. You are allowed to evolve. One decision can mark the end of self-doubt and the beginning of self-trust. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you become stronger. Strength is built, not given. Built through choices, built through consistency, built through courage. You may not see the results of your decision immediately, but that does not mean it isn't working. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. Trust the process, trust your effort, trust your decision. Momentum begins slowly, then all at once. One decision can change your direction. Direction matters more than speed. Even small steps in the right direction will take you far over time. You don't have to do everything today, but you do have to decide. Decide to move forward. Decide to stop running from your potential. Decide to become uncomfortable on purpose. Comfort is easy, growth is hard. But growth is where life becomes meaningful. You will never regret becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. You may regret staying the same. One decision can change how you wake up in the morning, how you talk to yourself, how you face challenges. It can turn survival into purpose. The world does not need a perfect version of you. It needs a committed one, committed to growth, committed to learning, committed to trying again. Your future self is depending on the decisions you make today, not tomorrow, not next year, today. So ask yourself honestly, what decision have you been avoiding? What choice do you already know you need to make? That quiet answer inside you is the truth, and once you decide, commit fully. Don't look back, don't negotiate with doubt, move forward, because one decision can change everything.